already nearly 60 years of molding Filipino economists, more than. The UP School of Economics Coffee Table book tells the story behind the college. Noel de Dios and Renato Reside, advisors of the book, join us now on The Final Word. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Dean Noel, let's start off with you. Why did More Than get written? Dean, you're on mute.
The occasion was really the 50th anniversary of the school in 2015. Plans had already been made to write an account of the school's history then, but it's taken a lot more time to deliver a volume that is of this quality and greater accessibility to the public and to our alumni in particular.
Doc Renato, what are some of the most notable highlights in this book?
Well, I'm sure the book takes note of some of the achievements of, or a lot of the achievements of the faculty and also its alumni. Of course, the faculty are well known to be collectively writers of important papers that have over the years signaled to government that change needed to be done in important during important times, in the past. So, and consistently, the faculty written papers have also shown to be very effective in triggering change and reform and economic reform.
Indeed. And Dean Noel, what has been the school's major contribution to the nation's social and economic thrusts?
Well, you should forget that the main job of the school is that it should produce good students, good graduates, both at the undergraduate and graduate level. And its special contribution is actually the production of professional economists of a very, very high caliber. This is seen in its graduate program primarily, where you see now graduates of the school populating many of the teaching departments, research institutes, heading some colleges and universities even in our country. As well as the populating a lot of the government agencies. So that's the main task of the faculty of the school, to produce those students. In terms of the undergraduate program, it's really to produce good citizens. And let me say that there is a benefit to be had for teaching undergraduates by means of PhD holders. That's a rarity among colleges and universities in the Philippines. The UP School of Economics hires only PhD holders in its regular faculty. And that quality shows up in the quality of the undergraduates as well. So it's not just the graduate programs that benefit from that, but also the undergraduates. And you can see this from various fields of endeavors where they have excelled.
Absolutely. Many UP School of Economics graduates have excelled in various fields, but of course, speaking of public service and governance, Doc Renato, our government's economic team, are alumni and former faculty of the school. How do you see them carrying on the mission with the support of the School of Economics and its alumni?
Well, when called to serve, the faculty has always been eager to join the government, as has been seen in many instances in the past, and even in the present instance. We have the BSP governor is a former faculty member of the school. The DOF secretary is also a former faculty member of the school, and we also have the DBM secretary right now is an alumnus of the school. And then other undersecretaries are also from the School of Economics. So we've always been eager to answer the call because we see public service as a very good calling. We, as professors in a state university, we see our role as well to serve the country,
Right.
regardless of the circumstances.
And Dean, I want to find out from you, no, your thoughts on the current state of the Philippine economy. I mean, we've seen growth over the past 2 quarters, over 7%. But you have rising inflation. We continue to import food when we used to be a net exporter. The peso is weak against the US dollar and many other currencies. And we have record debt of over 13 trillion pesos. Where are we at right now in terms of our economic status?
Well, you have to put things in context. If you were to compare this, well, there are many similarities between this and the Marcos I era, if you will recall. There again, the U.S. started raising interest rates. World recession was in the offing. But there's a difference now. The difference is that the Philippines is not about to encounter a debt crisis. And I think you can attribute that to the stabilization efforts that have gone on in the post-Marcos I era, which puts us in a better position to weather this storm. There's no doubt that we're in for harder times. The question of food availability is a longer-term issue, but it will take a bit more time to solve it. In the meantime, however, the important thing is not to fall into a deep hole where we cannot get ourselves out. And I don't think that's about to happen.
So, Professor Renato, what would you attribute to the growth of the previous quarter of 7.6%? Is it due to President Bongbong Marcos's policies or just revenge spending?
Well, there's several things. No, I think when you kind of disentangle the growth figures, part of it is the reopening of classes. No, I would think. No, so that has boosted the economy somewhat. Of course, if you reopen classes, especially in the public school sector, from a time when a long time where they were kind of closed or locked down, students and parents start spending again. So that's part of it. Also, the ongoing reopening of the economy has also led to people traveling somewhat. So it's a boost to local tourism. No? So I mean, those things have kind of been good for a good stimulus for the economy.
A confluence of factors. A confluence of factors have basically triggered the growth in the economy to more than 7% over the past 2 quarters. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on The Final Word. Noel de Dios and Renato Reside, advisors of More Than. Congratulations on your book, the UP School of Economics Coffee Table Book.